Hello and welcome. I'm really glad you joined me today, and good for you for turning up and working out with me. What we got today is, you'll notice I've got a bench here. If you haven't got a bench, don't worry, you can always use a chair, but if you use a chair, especially if you're at home, do make sure that it's nice and stable when you use it, because we will be doing some dips off it, and we will need to lean back on it to get a leg lift. The leg lift can be done on the floor anyway. So weight wise, I'm going to go a 5s and 6s today. You'll notice I've got a kettlebell there as well. That's not for a kettlebell swing, that's just to use as a prop for my legs to go over, and I'll explain that when we get to it. Okay, so if you've got enough room to move about in, do have a bottle of water, your mat, you're going to be using that as well, and your bench if you've got one or something similar. Okay, so if you've got all those things going, and we're going to start with that warm up, and we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, lovely, good. Just give me that roll round of the hips. Good, just get a little roll, feel that flexibility just around the lower part of the hips there, down the backs of the legs. Okay, I'm going to do a leg curl. Okay, make that a pull down, get those lats to pull down the arms. Now out with the arms, squeeze between the shoulder blades. I'm going to go into a step touch here, step touch, out and back. Grab that air, pull it back. Now I'm going to come up on my toes up here, up on the toes, open out those ankles. Step touch it for me, step touch. Lovely, good. Just a quick little warm up here, just getting the bits going and then pulling down. Good. I'm going to do a squat here and a side leg raise. Squat, side leg raise. Good, another 4. 2 more. They're going to get a squat, pec squeeze across. Good, 4 more for me. They're going to get a straight leg kick to the front, straight leg kick. Lovely, good. There's all helicopter arms coming up and over. Just touching down by the shin. Lovely, good. Now I'm going to do that dip forward into that tabletop. Feel that your core is pulled in. Now all the way down on my last one, all the way down, there, and then up. Lovely, good. Just give that a little shake out. Are we ready? 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 4 minutes on the first part, 2 minutes, and then 1 minute. So we're going to do those 3 different exercises, nice and quick with only 10 seconds off in between. Okay, on my first one, you can take a weight with you, just have it over your chest. I'm going to do a leg lift. So again, I'll be doing this, and I just tap my foot back, but I don't straighten off my front leg. It has to work for me all the time, so my core has to work really hard as well. Then I'm going to turn around, and that becomes a Bulgarian split squat. So here we go, down and up. Just watch that front leg, that the knee's not travelling too far forward. Okay, good work, well done. So you have your first 50 seconds of work. You're standing on that bench, or you're standing forward. You can be doing it on the floor here, and just get me that lift and that back up. So it's like that little seesaw motion. Okay, here we go. Just stepping up just gives me an extra dimension to it. Okay, I step up, I come down. So I'm lifting my right leg first. Next time around, I'll lift my other leg. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use that same leg. I'm going to do the Bulgarian split squat. Good, so up and lift. Feel that core working for you the whole time. My weight does go forward and back. That's it, good. Keep up that concentration. Get that other glute to get you that squeeze. Last few seconds left. You're in single figures now. This same leg that stepped up onto the bench is the one that's going to do the Bulgarian split squat. Okay, you've got 10 seconds off while we get into the right position. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I drop down, I come up. My weight stays right in the middle there. Lovely, good. Good, if you feel you're not far enough forward with that leg, just do a little hop. Of course, this could be done on the floor without the bench. Bench just makes it a little bit more work on that front leg, and it's already worked hard for me, so I'm going to have to really work it to get back up again. Lovely, good. Last little bit now. Give me that squeeze. Keep focused. Three, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Up with my other leg. Okay, here we go. Either stepping up or on the floor, weight all over that front leg. Yeah, so again, shoulder blades, pull back down and in. That leg really starts to feel the work, almost immediately. Lovely, good. Forward. And that's right, it's under stress there, not being able to straighten off, having the weight over it all the time. Lovely, good. 15 seconds left now. We can do this. Three, 2, 1. Lovely, good. Okay, that's the leg that does the lunge for me as well. Might have to do 1 or 2 jumps forward. That's it, just get your balance there, and then off you go. Good, so either on or off the bench. My lunge goes straight through the middle, no matter which one I'm doing. Almost there now. Really feeling it through that front leg. 3, 2, 1. Good work. We're moving on. Okay. Next one, a little bicep curl for me. But again, the bicep curl is going to be on a pull back, so it's just a little extra dimension. And you'll be doing it twice with just 10 seconds off. So I'm going to go for a heavier weight. Okay, so I pull back first, then I bicep curl, then it goes back down. So again, looking after your back all the time. Don't let your shoulders roll over, keep it nice and tight. Okay, so pick up a reasonably heavy weight on this one. I'm going to go with these 5s. Tipping forward. Get me that pull back, get me that bicep curl, then extend. Good, you are going to do 2 minutes of this on our 4, 2, 1. This is my 2-minute workout. Good, 20 seconds left now. Remember, that pressure really works, builds up on that lower back. So keep your core pulled in. Get that squeeze back each time. Work that upper half and then the biceps. 3, 2, 1. Good work. 10 seconds off. Then we go again. Okay, so from the front, I've got them facing forward. I've tipped from the hip, my knees are bent, and pull back, bicep curl, come back down. That's it, lovely, good. I keep my body steady the whole time. Lovely, that nice fluid movement. Squeezing it back, getting that lift. Good work, well done. Go get a good flow on, but don't use momentum. Back and then the lift. Try and stay with those heavy weights. Down into single figures now, you're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. I'm going to drop down into a lighter weight, longer arms, squat with a lateral raise. Okay, so pick the weight that you want to do, then all the way up. Sitting back on the heels, remember, then all the way out, up to shoulder height, long. Feel that long lever, really working the outsides of the shoulders. 50 seconds of which you've already done, almost 30 now, so you're on the way home on this one. Three, 2, 1, and good work, well done. Okay, lovely. Okay, we are moving on into our next circuit. Okay, on this one, I'm going to do a tricep dip. So again, you can do it on the floor, here, or dip, or a kick back for me, if that's what you've got. Either a kick back with a band or a weight, you know what we do. Otherwise, I'm on the bench, tricep dip. Then my next one, which is why I've got the kettlebell here, but you can have bottled water, whatever you like. It's just as a prop in the front there. I'm going to sit back, and I'm going to do a straight leg up and over. Try not to put your legs back on the floor. Okay, so we've got 50 seconds, almost a minute of each of those. Okay, good work, well done. Okay, you can stay there, that little prop, because it's not going to interfere with my triceps. Remember, scoot yourself off the bench, but keep it close. Okay, here we go, in 3, 2, 1. So if you've got the bench here, I drop to the floor and I come back up. And remember, about all tricep dips, it's about the coming up. That's the most important thing. When I go down, I don't let my shoulders come too far forward, so I get that pressure through the front of my chest. And keep your bottom close to the bench, because that's where the weight is. Try not to keep your feet too close. You might be tempted to use them to get yourself up off the floor, when it should really be your arms. Okay, 20 seconds left. Last few seconds now. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Sitting on your bench, leaning back. Those long legs, up and over. Core definitely pulled in here. I'm having to look after my lower back all the time. Good, up and over. We're looking after that lower back. Remember, we've got that long lever at the front. If you're through, you can only do it with the shorter lever. Here it is here, with that shorter lever, but if you can, keep it long. You can do this on the floor, don't have to be on the bench for this one. Just on the bench, I can get my legs just a little bit lower each time. It's going beyond my hips and down. 7 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And good work, well done. We're on to those tricep dips. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I get that drop, I get that lift. Bottom's close to the bench. Seconds to go now. They're burning now, those triceps. Stick with it though. Stick your bottom close to that bench. Have your weight over your arms. I know it's easy to give in here, but we'll keep going. We're in single figures, the last few seconds now. 5, 3, 2, 1. Lovely, scoot that back on. Sitting back on the bench. Long lever with those legs. Here we go. Up and over. Lovely, good. 2 more exercises after this for you people doing the longer version. 2.5 more circuits for people doing the longer version. Lovely, good. Really keep control on that V sit and that drop. Last few seconds now. 5, 3, 2, 1. And good work, well done. Okay, lovely. Okay, just taking that kettlebell out of the way. On this one, you can take a weight with you. I'm going to take one of my heavier weights, same as my kettlebell weight. So you can hold it here on your chest. And it's going to be a lunge, and then a squat, like that there. So again, and then I'm going to go out with the other leg, squat and lunge. So again, it's just alternate legs, and we're going to go 50 seconds and then 10 seconds rest and then 50 seconds again. Okay, are we ready to go? Get yourself ready, choose a weight if you want to. Just have it close to your chest. Remember, you don't want it to lean forward when you go. Okay, so back into my squat. Just alternate legs. If you want to travel with one leg, you can do. Work it one way all the way through, then work it with the other leg. Up to you. Remember, bottom tucked in on the lunge, out of the squat. If you're finding lunging backwards really difficult, you have front and knee problems, you can always lunge forward for me, then back into that squat. 3, 2, 1, and well done. Okay, I'm going to give it another go. In 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. Get down low on that squat if you can. Keep your back nice and straight coming up out of your hips. No rolling over at the waist, and especially not the top half there. Don't put that strain on your lower back. Good work, well done. Doing good. Second minute, which you now got 20 seconds left before we do our last one. We can keep this weight for our next one. 3, 2, 1. On our next one. Squat, up and over, and down on the other side. So again, 1, then the other. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Now don't let your weight go with that. Don't end up sort of over here on one side, then over here on the other. Keep it a good squat. Go, my rib cage down and in. I'm letting my shoulders do the lift, but I'm not swinging through my shoulders. Get that lift and go back down again. It's all controlled. Core pulled in. This is it, good. Last minute if you're doing that short circuit and you still worked hard. If you're staying with me for the longer one, we'll just move our bench or our chair. Three, 2, 1. Okay, well done. Thank you very much to those people who have done that first part of the session. People with the second part of the session, we are moving on. Okay. So, on my next one, I just have to move that bench just to being side on. And you'll see why once I start doing my exercises. Okay, so here, this time it's going to be side on, like that, so it's got that long length, which was too narrow for my tricep dips, which I did it on the wide one, but this time I can do it and it's going to be an upright row. Okay, so on my first one, up to you. You can stay here with your upright row, or you can come down, just holding yourself there, tip yourself forward and pull back. So again, that is what it's going to be. If you want to do it standing up with no hand on that bench, you haven't got a bench, fine. You choose one that you want to do, but do tip forward from the hip. Okay, here we go. In 5. All I'm doing now is I'm changing arm each 50 seconds. Okay, squeeze. So I have gone with a heavier weight. I'm keeping it all tucked in. That's it, good. So again, just get that lunge, that tip forward. Not really a lunge, knees on the floor. I've gone with that heavier weight. Squeeze it back. Just really concentrate on that lift and that push back. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Goes onto the bench. I change over my legs. Tip myself forward. Bottom goes back. Okay, here we go. Here's the lift. Good work. Really feel that squeeze on your upper back, getting that shoulder blade into the spine with that squeeze. All the time though, I'm looking after my lower back. "20 seconds left. Single figures before I change again to my first arm. So keep it strong. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. Changing it over. Tip forward, push your bottom back, whether you're standing or kneeling down here. I feel that you've got that good, strong position to get that pull back from. Lovely, good. Keeping it with my heavier weight here. I want that work. Everything else stays to the front, of course. And then you get that squeeze back. 15 to go now. Three, 2, 1. Good work. Are we ready for our last minute on this upright row pull back? Okay. And here we go. Bottom goes back. I keep it nice and straight. And then I get that lift back and that squeeze into my shoulder, into my spine. Working that upper half, but also lots of tension on my lower half. So keep that zip and hollow on. Tip forward from the hip. "20 seconds to go now before we move on to our next exercise. Lovely, good. 6 seconds. Here we go. You're doing it good. Well done. 3, 2, 1. And good work. Well done. Okay, on this one, I'm having to move my mat. So I'll just move my bench back slightly. Get my mat. It's all going to be about your core strength and your glutes. And I am going to take a weight with me, either the kettlebell or just a bigger weight. Mine happens to be the same weight on most of mine, on these two different, the kettlebell and the barbell as well. So, okay, so we're on the floor. I'll show it to you first. You decide whether you want to do it with or without the weight. The weight goes on my hips, and I do the squeeze and the bring down. Okay, you can cross your legs like that there, just enhances that squeeze a little bit more. So I'm coming off the floor like that each time. Okay. If you want to, it's here and that push up. So again, not as long a lever, but I get further up. See what works for you, or if you're on the floor, you can put your feet on the floor and do that push up into that bridge. Up to you. Just get longer length on that first one. Do bits of each. Okay, here we go. We've only got a few seconds and then we're doing it twice through. I'm going to go for that longer one first. Okay, here we go. So my own body weight plus the weight on my hips. Get me that squeeze through the glutes. Good, just taking those hips off the floor, keep that zip and hollow on. Three, two, one. Good work. I'm going to try the higher lift but the shorter. Okay. Feet onto their bottom and closer to the bench. Okay, here we go. That weight is still on my hips. Feels different, but it's the same group of muscles being used, just in a very slightly different way. Just get that longer, that lift, that higher lift on this one. That's it, really using those hamstrings as well on this one. Almost there now. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Are we ready for our minute of work? And it's going to be a fly press, and I'm going to be on that bench. Now, with the fly press on the bench, my arms come down lower than they would do if I was on the floor. So just look out for it. On the bench or on the floor. Okay. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this is where it goes lower than it would do on the floor, and then I push back up. And I have gone with a heavier weight. Good, so really work those pecs all the way up to the top. Now think about the rest, your rib cage down and in. Your shoulder blades do not leave the floor to do that push up. Your pecs get that push up. If you want to turn them, you can. If you want to keep them the same all the way through, you can. You can come down to here and then back up again, up to you. But if you're on the bench, you drop them down below and then you work them all the way up to the top. Good work. Three, two, one. Good work, well done. Okay, we're on our last circuit. On this one, I'm going to stay on the bench, or if you're on the floor, you can stay on the floor. Okay, so I'm here. I'm going to do one pull over my head, and whilst the arms go back over my head, one leg drops down. So it's a lot on my core this time. And what it's going to be is here. So as my arms go over my head, so remember you drop it to the floor, so a little bit further than you would do if you were on the floor. And then on the other side, and it's all about that core and that pull back down and in using my lats. Okay. pace yourself. Remember, you've got basically 4 minutes of this to do. Okay, here we go. Now if you want to get it out straight, you can. Try and get your heel to the floor. Just makes it a little bit harder. So the lower your arms and your legs go, the more strain there is on my core to keep everything down and in and straight. Good work. All the way over the head. 3, 2, 1. That's your first minute done. And I'm just going to park that on my knees, give my hip flexors a rest, but also my arms. I'm keeping with that heavy weight. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good. Bringing it back down each time. Elbows just skim the waist. My back's not moving at all. My hip and hollow is on. I'm just challenging myself a little bit more with that lift out of the legs. Low teens now. You can be doing this on the floor as well, remember. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. Halfway through. You're doing good. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Over the head. Pulling back down and in. Think about that rib cage down towards your waist all the time, not up over as your arms go over your head. Doesn't flare up. 3, 2, 1. Oh, well done. Good. Are we ready for our last one? Remember, we're moving on. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Good work. Get that squeeze over the top. This is your 4th minute, so your arms now will feel tired. 3, 2, 1. And good work. Well done. Lovely. We are moving on. 2 more exercises, 3 more minutes of work and you're done. Okay, on my next one, I'm onto the floor. And it's just elbows out, core working for me, out and over. And remember, really get that nice long length. Okay, 6 to go. 3, 2, 1. Elbows nice and open. Thumbs onto your cheekbones there. You've got 50 seconds of work, 10 seconds off, 50 again. Good. Feel that your head is rested in those arms. Again, don't use your head to get the lift up and over. Get your obliques to work each time. Up to you how far your legs go out. If you wanted to keep it closer, you can, but it's about the up and over on this one. The up and over each time. 5, 3, 2, 1. Oh, well done. This is where it's going to burn on that second half. Okay. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So do make each one a good one. Do not roll on your hips. Get that shoulder up and across, and you come with it. Don't let the elbow lead. Don't let the head lead. Shoulder has to come up and has to go across. Then you just come with it. 30 seconds left now. We can do this. I know they're beginning to burn now. But again, I'll thank you for it later. Get that definition through the waist. Lovely, good. We've got 15 seconds left now. We can do this last 15. That's it. Keep it going. Up and over. Give that squeeze. 5, 3, 2, 1. And good work. Well done. We are on our last 50 seconds now. You've done really, really well. You can get to do this on the floor. It's going to be a tricep press up, or you can use the bench just to put your feet on. So up to you. Here. And then I'm coming down into a tricep press up. So my fingers out wide. Then I do the tricep press up and I come back. And again, it's nice all the way through. If you wanted to do it, then you can. Tricep press up. Try one of each. Try a little bit of both. Up to you. It's your last 50 seconds. Okay. Get ready. Think about which ones you want to do. On or off the bench. If you haven't got a bench, doesn't matter. Just do me that tricep press up. Okay, here we go. Our last 50 seconds. I'm going to do one of each. And remember, on the tricep press up, the elbows come back towards you. Good work, well done. When you feel it on those triceps on the way up, obviously on the pecs, without getting down there. "15 seconds left. 5, 3, 2, 1. Oh, good work, well done. Give those arms a little bit of a shake off. Okay, you're coming off that timer. We're just going to go and lie down on our backs and have a really nice big stretch out all the way through. Okay, here we go. Just coming off that timer, coming off that music. Done really, really well. There we go. Big stretch out now. All the way down, all the way up, ribcage up and out, which feels good after having done those obliques. And really stretching through that waist there, down through my abs, through the shoulders. Okay, lovely, bring those arms up and over. And then we're going to bring one leg in, hamstring stretch. Lovely, good, just bringing it in. Feel it, get those, especially on that first section. Used a lot of the legs for me today. There we go. Now across and do a classic glute stretch. What I find I prefer here is I put my bottom quite close there and I get that crossed over leg quite near my chest and I haven't dropped through my shoulders. I'm pushing my chest up and out against that crossed over leg. Whatever works for you on your glutes. Lovely, good. Then I bring it back and then it's on the other side. Give me that lift. Straight leg lift. Slowly pulling it in. Good work. And then I'm doing glute stretch, either on the floor or up like this here. Just bringing that bottom close to that heel bringing that chest close to that crossed over leg to really get a nice glute stretch out on that, whatever works for you. Okay, well done. And then I'm coming over to my front here, getting a little stretch over, trying to keep that hip bone on the floor on this side. You can pull yourself down on it if you want to. Then coming up and over, zip and tip, and front hip flexor. Again, use them in those straight leg up and overs, and in my oblique ones where the legs are going out. Good work, well done. And then up and over onto the other side, and stretch through first. Lovely, good for you, nice and tall. You get that rib cage up and out, then down and up and push through. Good work. We're coming over onto our fronts. We're going into that downward dog. Again, getting an upper and a lower back stretch. And then down the backs of the legs. I'm going to walk those hands back, all the way back, bending the knees, and then unrolling to come up. And remember that zip and tip, just pushing through spine there. Lovely, good. Okay, I'm just going to do a little roll around at the top. Grow nice and tall. Lovely, good. And then back down into the front. Take a deep breath in, and then the breath out. Very well done today. Very, very good. If you made all those 4 circuits through, again, that's 4 minutes of work is a really good chunk of work to do. So, very, very well done today. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed teaching it to you, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye for now.